In 2021, you couldn't buy a current generation graphics card for under double MSRP. And with the crash in crypto prices leading to a reduction in demand from crypto miners, as well as an increase in supply of these current gen GPUs, prices have been going down steadily over the last couple of months. But with all of that said, I'm here to tell you I still would not buy an RTX 3000 series graphics card right now. Just not worth buying RTX 3000 at this point in May 2022. And I have a couple of reasons for that. I mean, I made a video a couple months ago saying just don't buy a graphics card right now, wait until next gen comes out, but I've kind of rethought some of that, both in terms of people that want a graphics card or need a graphics card right now, and they don't want to spend the money on next gen, or they just don't want to deal with the power consumption of next gen. But let's just dive into it all and go through some of the pros and cons of buying a GPU right now, and what the pros and cons are of buying a GPU a couple of months from now. So overall, GPU prices, as I mentioned, have been coming down over the last couple of months. And as you can see from all of the data, GPU prices from February through April and now into May have dropped quite a bit and are much closer in line with what you would expect for a aftermarket or vendor card over MSRP. So a lot of these cards are now 10, 15, 20% over MSRP, which is in line with a typical year's graphics card coming from a board partner. You'd expect a little bit of a price hike over MSRP because you're getting better cooling, maybe an out of the box overclock. So that's expected. Some cards are still, however, 40, 50% over MSRP, which isn't the best, but even if we just look at overall price to performance, which is something I keep coming back to, your best cards right now, pretty much at every price point, are AMD. So as you can see, our top three cards price to performance are 6700 XT, 6600 XT, and 6500 XT. These cards are just hard to beat right now because of how close they are to MSRP, and plus their performance is very much in line with their counterparts, and Nvidia is just priced higher right now due to the demand for Nvidia graphics cards at this point. Slightly better features when it comes to DLSS, ray tracing on this current generation, but we'll see what happens with next gen there as well, and maybe AMD and Nvidia demand will be much more in line and prices should track pretty similarly together. So overall, if you're looking at a current card and you need a card right now, or you're wanting to buy a GPU to upgrade right now in May 2022, I'd probably recommend going with an AMD graphics card because you're gonna get similar performance, if not better performance, in your typical gaming scenario. Playing esports titles or FPS games or battle royales, you're gonna probably not notice a difference. You're not really using ray tracing. DLSS probably isn't gonna make the game look super great, but you might get a few extra FPS out of it. So overall, if you're playing those types of titles, I would recommend just go with an AMD card. And if you're thinking of going Nvidia, then the news lately of some of these rumors coming out about RTX 4000 suggests we could be seeing those cards in July, which is technically not too many weeks away, a couple months away. And at that point, you might as well just wait for RTX 4000. Maybe you don't even want to buy RTX 4000, but once those cards launch, prices should drop on the extra stock that there is of RTX 3000. So again, we might see a similar situation with RTX 4000 as we did to 3000, just not really having supply at the launch. But then again, we should see more cards out in the market from Intel, AMD, and just extra stock piled up from RTX 3000, which is why we're starting to see prices drop on those cards. So if we jump into this article from Gizmodo, RTX 4000 seems to be right around the corner, a few weeks or a few months away, which is not too much time in the grand scheme of things if you've been waiting for an RTX 3000 series card for the last couple of years. And like I said, even if you're not wanting to spend the extra money on RTX 4000 or deal with the extra power consumption, there should be RTX 3000 stock available when those cards launch for a reduced price. I mean, we still have 2060s out there, 1660s, 1650s. They're still available, so hopefully these RTX 3000 cards, at least the lower spec ones, like a 3060, 3050, 3070, should be around at launch. And these cards are going to be super powerful. So if you are looking to buy, a 3080 or a 3080 Ti or even a 3090, you might want to wait for RTX 4000 because the spec bump on those cards seems to be pretty insane. At least that's what's rumored. We're expected to see 450 watt power draw on a 3090 with 24 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM and like almost double the performance, which is a little bit questionable compared to the 3090, which draws 350 watts. So is Nvidia really getting that much extra performance at the same power consumption? Probably not. So maybe like 30-40% improvement over a 3090. But again, if you're looking at one of those higher spec cards, you might just want to wait for 4000 series because the cards are going to be that much better performing. Similar to what we saw with 30 series or 3000 series compared to the 2000 series. I mean, there's a big jump in performance from a 2080 or 2080 Ti to a 3080, 3090, 3080 Ti. And we're expected to see something similar with 4000, especially with all the increased pressure from the likes of AMD and Intel. So again, if you're really looking to buy a card right now, probably go AMD. And if you're looking to buy an Nvidia card purely for the fact that you're wanting the features that Nvidia allows, like DLSS, better ray tracing, GeForce, all of that, maybe hold off for RTX 4000. That's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you have any questions, leave those down there as well. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, get subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.